Hi students, the sum total of all the biochemical reactions is called as metabolism. For life, the utmost important thing is metabolism. Without metabolism, there is no question of any life. For metabolism, what is important means homeostasis. Homeostasis means the dynamic constancy of the internal environment of an organism is called as homeostasis. So metabolism is possible by the homeostasis, and the homeostasis is possible because of the integration system in the human body or animal body. What is this integration system? There are mainly two types of integration systems out there. Integration systems are of two types in the human body. One is called as neural system and other is called as endocrine system. Endocrine. What is integration? Integration means combining, joining. The total joining of the human body is called as integration, just like national integration. Despite many cultures, languages, tribes, isn't it? Etc. etc. We are all Indians, isn't it? That is called as here national integration. The total India is one. The same way here, the total body is integrated by the integration system, and that's possible because of the neural system and the endocrine system. Clear, students? Because so integration system, it provides the homeostasis. Homeostasis, the dynamic constancy of the internal environment of a body of an organism is called as homeostasis. And homeostasis, because of the homeostasis, the metabolism is possible. Because of metabolism, the life is possible here. The life is not possible without metabolism. Metabolism is not possible without homeostasis, and homeostasis is not possible without the integration system, that is neural system and the endocrine system here. Okay, bachcho. So let's make out some of the differences between the neural system and the endocrine system. Neural system and the endocrine system. Here neural system is nothing but nervous system. As given in NCERT is given as neural system, isn't it? That's why I'm following this one. Neural system is nothing but nervous system. So a little bit differences are there between the neural and endocrine systems. What are these differences? One is neural system operates by the electrical impulses as well as chemical synapses. They sense the electrical impulses. For example, I'm pricking here like this with a needle, and the sensation is passed within a fraction of millisecond to the brain. Because electrical impulses are passing here, electrical excitation is passing. That's possible with the neural system. Not only this, the neural system also releases the chemicals called as the neurotransmitters. The chemical synapses are possible because of the neurotransmitters. Here, whereas in the endocrine system, the integration is possible because of the release of the chemicals. That is, only chemical signaling is there. Chemical signaling by the help of these hormones. They releases the hormones. Whereas here, neurotransmitters, chemicals in the form of neurotransmitters. That is the first difference. Number two, see here, bacho, the nerve fibers in the form of axons are not innervated. That is, innervation of the nerve fibers is not possible throughout the human body. So, what happens here? The nerve fibers may be present in the main organs, but they are not innervating to the entire body. Are they going to the entire body cells? No. The nerve fibers are not going to the entire body cells. But the signaling should be transmitted to the each and every body cell. For example, this entire body is a human body. Only to some extent the nerve fibers are going. When they're not going, the nerve fibers are not going to the entire body cells of the human body, for example. For this one, a second integrated system has to be developed, and that is called as endocrine system. The endocrine system releases the hormones, and hormones are going to each and every body cell, whereas the nerve fibers are not going to the each and every body cell. It is given clearly in the NCERT bachon. Clear, students? So they are not, the nerve fibers are not going to the entire cells here. They are not going to up the cellular level, whereas hormones are going even up to the cellular level. Each and every cell of the human body is connected with the hormones, one or more hormones here. In this way, total body is integrated by the second integrating system called as a endocrine system. Okay, students. And third difference is here the duration of action. Duration of action. What is duration? What's the time? For example, see here all of you. See the marker like this. Are you seeing here? No. See here once again. Can you see? No, we can't see here. But can you see now? Yes, you can see. So that's the difference here. So in the case of neural system, the duration of action is just milliseconds. Most of the cases they are just milliseconds. The mode of action. Very rapid. It's clearly given in NCERT. Very rapid conduction and point-to-point connection is there with the neural system. Very rapid conduction of the action potentials, electrical impulses. Very rapid here. Very rapid means very faster conduction. Okay, that is which is of just millisecond duration. Whereas in the case of endocrine system, it can be ranging from seconds, minutes, or even hours. So longer duration is possible for the endocrine system with the hormones, whereas very, very shorter duration in the case of the neural system here. That's the difference. And here in the case of neural system, the target organs can be which one? The muscle cells, nerve cells, or even glands. What are the target organs? The neurons, for example, they excite the other neuron. Or glands for action, for the release of various secretions, or for the muscle contraction, the muscle is excited. So the target organ in the case of neural system is which one? They can be muscle cell, neuron, or even glands for secretions. At the most, that's it. The target organs are fewer. Whereas in the case of endocrine system, each and every body cell of the human being, body cell, that is almost every body cell is excited, inhibited, or coordinated because of the hormone. That's why this endocrine system has to be developed as a second integration system, without which the life is not possible. Without integration, the homeostasis is not possible, and without homeostasis, the metabolism is not possible. And without metabolism, the life is hampered. That's why the second integration system, called as the endocrine system, has to develop here during the course of evolution here. Okay, students. So this endocrine system is here. We'll be discussing under an amazing chapter called as chemical coordination and integration here. Chemical coordination and integration here. So from Neet point of view, this chapter is very, very important. And I think almost a previous experience by seeing the previous question paper says that almost 3 questions will appear only from this chapter here. It's that much important. That's why I have selected as a third chapter of explanation on human physiology. Third question is literally, okay, and especially focus on the disorders. One question compulsory. Disorders is very, very important from Neet point of view. We'll be discussing disorders in the subsequent sessions. Clear? So next one is What is meant by chemical coordination and integration? Chemical coordination. Let's define this endocrine here. The chemical coordination and integration here we will be discussing under here is one endocrine system. The endocrine system contains the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands. The study of endocrine glands is called as endocrinology. Endocrinology. The study of endocrine system is called as endocrinology, and father of endocrinology. Note down this point. Father of endocrinology. Thomas Addison. Thomas Addison. Important point, all of you make a note there. Father of endocrinology, Thomas Addison. Study of endocrine system and endocrine glands, endocrinology. And endocrine system and endocrine glands. The endocrine glands releases the hormones. The chemicals released by the endocrine glands are called as hormones. The hormones are released by which one? Mainly by the endocrine glands. The hormones are released mainly by the endocrine glands. But the hormones are also released by the non-endocrine glands. Non-endocrine glands. The endocrine glands, for example, pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, of course testes and ovaries, gonads are also the endocrine glands here. But all these releases which one? Hormones. They releases the hormones. The chemicals called as hormones. The hormones are released by the endocrine glands, no doubt. But the hormones are also released by the non-endocrine glands. Example, the stomach epithelium releases the hormone called as gastrin. The stomach epithelium releases the hormone gastrin, as we have already discussed in the previous cases. And the duodenal epithelium releases the secretin, cholecystokinin, isn't it? And also enterogastro. And another example is heart also releases some hormones, factors, and also kidney. The kidney releases the erythropoietin. But these are not the stomach, duodenum, kidney, or even liver or heart are not the endocrine glands. Nevertheless, they also release the hormones. So the hormones are released by endocrine glands as well as the non-endocrine glands. The endocrine glands and non-endocrine glands. Whichever the thing may be, the hormone is a chemical which is always released here. The hormone, the term hormone, it came from hormone, which means to excite. To excite. The term hormone came from hormone, which means to excite. And the term hormone was coined by Starling, a scientist called as Starling. The term hormone, which means to excite. And the first hormone to be discovered, was secretin. The first hormone to be discovered was secretin by two scientists called as Bayliss and Starling. Are the two scientists who discovered the first hormone called as secretin. The first hormone discovered was secretin by Bayliss and Starling, but the term hormone was given by Starling. Hormone came from the root word, what is that? Hormone, which means to excite. But you have to remember that hormone not only excites, they can inhibit also. They can excite, they can inhibit, and they can, with this excitation and inhibition, they can coordinate here. Overall, they can coordinate. What is like coordination? One-to-one signaling, one-to-one communication. For example, here all of you see, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. There should be some communication between these cells, isn't it? The cell here, the cell here, the cell here. There should be some communication. That is called as integration here. Without communication, there is no question of any integration, isn't it? That's why the hormones are released here. From here to here, there is a signaling. That is called as communication. Here signaling means communication. Signaling. Here communication. And how the communication is possible? Because of the release of the hormones. Because of the release of the hormones, the signaling or communication is possible here, bacho. So that is called as chemical signaling. Chemical signaling by the hormones here. One-to-one communication is there. And that's why coordination. One-to-one communication here, what as coordination is possible because of the release of the hormones by the endocrine glands and some of the non-endocrine glands here. Endocrine functions here. Getting a point of students. Now you can say a non-endocrine organs, you can say here rather, not glands, here organs. Clear students. So these called as chemical coordination and integration because of the release of the chemical called as hormone, there is a coordination between the body cells and tissues and organs and organ systems. See here, because the release of the chemical called as hormone, there is a chemical coordination, signaling, communication between the cells, different tissues, organs, even organ system, one-to-one signaling, coordination, communication is there. That's why, because of this communication and coordination, there is an integration. Because of this communication and coordination and signaling, there is an integration. That's why it's called as a chemical coordination and integration of the human body here. All of you clear, Bacho? And that's possible because of the release of which one? Hormones, isn't it? Now the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands. I told you that various endocrine glands are there in the human body: pituitary, pineal, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, ovary, and even testes. All these are the endocrine glands of the endocrine system. The endocrine glands releases the hormones. But these endocrine glands do not have ducts. For example, you take sweat gland or any sebaceous gland, for example, oil gland or sebaceous gland. Oil gland, this is the oil gland, for example, this is the oil gland. This is the oil gland or sebaceous gland. It releases the oil through the duct. A small pipeline, a tube-like structure is there. The duct is there here. And this is called as exocrine gland. What is an example of exocrine gland? It can be sebaceous gland, sweat gland, even the exocrine part of the pancreas, which releases the pancreatic juice to the pancreatic duct. All these are exocrine, which contains the ducts. Whereas this is the endocrine system. Endocrine glands never contains the ducts. The ducts are absent here. The ducts are absent. That's why the hormones are directly released into which one? Blood. The hormones are directly released into the blood here. That's why endocrine glands are called as the ductless glands. Ductless glands. Clear, macho? So the endocrine glands, example pituitary, etc., they release the hormones directly into the blood because they do not have the ducts. Hence the endocrine glands are called as the ductless glands. Clear, macho? That's all.